All right. Okay. I'll get my stream pulled up. Hey, Abby, how's your weekend going? Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a good weekend. Oh, I'm trying to expand the window. Okay, okay. Hey, Anna. I know I'm on early today because this afternoon we've got some plans with friends. So I'm like, okay, I usually like to go live in the afternoon, but I'm like, I'm going to go live now because it makes the most sense. Hey, Chantel. Hey, Megan. How we doing, guys? Actually, I'm going to work on this for a bit. I'm getting to the point where I'm having too many whips and it's giving me stress. So I'm like, I really should prioritize the quickest whips. And this is the quickest one right now because it's just a solid back panel. So I'm like, this is what I should be working on. Hey, Mary Jo, 6 a.m. Sunday morning. Oh my gosh, bright and early. Good morning. Finished a knit hat earlier. Now you're casting on again. Ooh, what are you casting on? How'd the hat go? Were you happy with how it turned out? Also, for members in the Discord, we've got a vote going right now for movie night this Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. So if you're a member and not in the Discord, join. Join and we can come watch a movie this Thursday night. And if you are in the Discord and you haven't voted on what movie you'd like to watch, you should go vote. Hey, Ollie. Almost done with the table runner for the friend. That's awesome, Abby. That's exciting. Okay, I accidentally decreased this row. I have to frog it. I just, it's who I am. I'm just gonna frog it. It's like 3 rows, whatever. This is gonna drive me crazy. Then, okay. Hey, Ball. Crocheting a green dress for a wedding. That's so fun. I've never done like a formal. Is this worth it? This is like 2 more rows. Yeah, it is. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Hey, Amy. Oh, that's why. It's because I attached new yarn and I just kind of skipped the last stitch. That's why I missed a stitch because I was too busy focused on attaching new yarn. I didn't think about going to the end of the row. I just attached and turned. Another knit hat, and yes, I was happy with it. I used a super bulky so it works up so fast. I love that. I did that. Where is the end of this yarn? What the? Am I pulling from the wrong side? What's happening? Oh, it's over here. This is like all wrapped around my desk right now. Hey, Zara. Hey, Moon Jelly. Hey, Kimberly. right now I'm working on the back of my Legally Blonde pillow. So just a big pink rectangle at the moment. Having a down day yesterday, made a passion fruit turtle. Love. I'm sorry you were having a down day though, but I hope the turtle helped. Thank you, sweetheart. I just had to call a lifeline because I'm getting texts and I usually look at texts on my watch when I'm live just to make sure it's not like an emergency or something. And I was like, I can see myself getting texts and I can't respond, but we're fine. Yeah, I muted myself real quick just to talk to my partner. I was like, do you mind bringing me my watch so I can look at my texts? Anyway, happy Saturday, guys. How are y'all's weekends going? Y'all having a good time? I was just doing a little paint by numbers, and so I've got paint all down my arm. Hi, Sage. What kind of watch is that? It has a button. Oh, it's an Apple Watch. Yeah. Yeah, it has like the side button. Hi, Bethany. Lazy weekend. I love a lazy weekend. I guess I'm kind of doing that because I should be doing things today. Like Saturday is the day I wash, like do all the bedding and vacuum and stuff like that. And I just haven't done it. So I guess I'm having a lazy weekend too. I guess that's what it's turning out to be, which is great. Lazy weekends are needed. Very chill weekend. Thankfully, it was a busy month last month. I'm glad you're having a chill weekend. And Everyone who hasn't shared yet, what projects y'all working on? Visiting my mother, ended up setting up my first vendor experience. Ooh. Wait, did it already happen? Did the event already happen, or are you still preparing for it? But yeah, I thought I was going to have like a productive weekend, but then I went on a longer run today, and then I came back and I was like, I want to paint. And so I started doing the paint by numbers, and now I'm like, wait, I want to go live today. And then after this, my friends and I are going fishing. So it's going to be a pretty busy day. It just doesn't include much cleaning and organizing of the house, I guess, which is usually what I like to do on the weekends, but that is okay. Ooh, we did a girls' weekend last weekend. That was a blast. Oh my gosh, what'd you do? That sounds so fun. It's every Saturday for the rest of this month. Ooh, oh gosh, that's stressful. But I hope it's going well. I don't know. Markets sound very stressful to me, but I hope it goes great. Wait, was Moon in the chat? Isn't she actively at a market right now? Wait a second, speaking of markets. Actually working on some Christmas presents for my family. Started early this year. See, that's smart, and that's what I should be doing. What presents have you been working on? I don't really know what I want to do for my family this year. I usually try to do something. I have a bunch of extra We Are Knitters merino wool that I really enjoy, and I used it for a scarf that I made my grandma, and there's a bunch of it left, and I made a chunky beanie with it. So I was like, oh, like that could be kind of fun. Like I could make chunky beanies for my sisters and my mom, and we could all have matching, and they're just white, so they're super, you know what I mean? They're simple and they're easy to style. So I'm like, maybe that could be something like quick and easy. But I also know I do want to make something for my nephew, but he's a baby, so I can't start that yet because he will be growing. Who knows how much he will grow before Christmas, so I can't start yet. Working today, but earlier our main system was down, so I got paid to crochet the baby blanket I'm working on. I love that, Chantel. That's great. Which one is this? Sorry, I forget. I always forget what people's projects are. Have you sent a picture of this one in the Discord yet? Thinking of a nap, just popping in to say, hey, Amy, go take that nap. Love it. So what time would that be Eastern time? The movie night, it will be 7 p.m. Central, so 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be stressed. I only have scrunchies made, but it's a small community, so I'm not too worried. Ugh, I'm sorry. You got this. You got this. The scrunchies. Do the scrunchies and the coasters and I almost said handkerchiefs, which I guess works. And the bandanas, and you'll be set. I'm making a matching zip pouch for my mesh market bags. That's been a goal for me this year, is to do some kind of zipper, and I'm going to be testing a pattern for my friend Aiden, and it has a zip. So wait, guys, the yarn for that came in. Do y'all want to do an unboxing with me? Oh, you're home now. Okay, gotcha. Just got in a little bit ago. I bet you're exhausted. How'd it go? Did it go well? We went up north and did some antiquing and swimming in the Great Lakes. Oh, I want to go to the Great Lakes so bad, mostly, honestly, because I know there's good rock hunting there, and I really like rocks. And I always find pictures of like cool Great Lakes agates, and I love an agate. So I really want to go to the Great Lakes just to look at the rocks. Hi, Debbie. I'll catch you later. Okay, Amy, have a good nap. 7 p.m. Central, yes. So 8 p.m. Eastern for the movie night. Yes, yarn me. Okay. I've not posted the blanket pattern in the Discord, but it's the heart blankets has gotten super popular. Oh, okay. Yeah. And I can't wait to see what it is. Went all right. Not great, but not horrible. Ugh, I'm sorry. And that's why I feel, I don't know, markets kind of seem not worth it to me, because I feel like often they're just fine, and it's so much effort. And then you're like, I've got all this inventory, like, hopefully I can sell this online. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of work. Okay. I'm going to go get the yarn. 1 second. It's a substantial amount. I'm trying to see where my address is so it doesn't show. See if I can just... I literally haven't opened this yet. It came in the other day, and I just haven't had time. Holy... Okay, I got yarn from Knit Picks. Thanks for being part of the Knit Picks family. Adorable. What the? Okay. Coupon code. Oh my gosh. This is for, as a reminder, as like a chunky, an oversized zip up. So there's quite a lot of yarn in this this pack. As you can see by them just giving me the whole set of yarn they probably got from the manufacturer. Just, okay. So, these are the colors I'm doing. I'm confused by what's in this box. So there's this in this box. There's a loose skeins of the other color, and then a bag. Like, what is that bag? Is it just taking up space? Like, maybe we could have put it in a smaller. Sorry, I'm gonna mute myself while I open this because the paper's really loud. The paper was just in there to take up space. Like, maybe we could have shipped it in a smaller box. Just a thought. But anyway, ooh, this is gonna be nice. So I got their Swish worsted weight merino wool, I think it is. Fine, yeah, superwash merino wool in these two colors. It's gonna be like a nice, like, I don't know, kind of like granola-y. Oh, I really like these together. I think those are so cute. So I got, how many of each? 4 of the brown, and I got like, they gave me 4 instead of, and I ordered 3. Oh, wait. Oh, no, they gave me 3. I just miscounted. I was like, wait a second. So anyway, I got 3 in this color, which is cider. So just like a yummy, this is not the true color. It's much brighter. It's, I don't know, like an orangish brown, kind of. And then I got 8 of this color, Mimic, which is just like a nice navy, I think. And I think they're going to look, this is what the true colors look like. I always want to put it up to the camera, but the colors get washed out. So these are what the colors look like. Just, oh, I think this is going to be so nice. Though I was concerned because I was watching this video and she was like, of this person, and she was like, oh, in order to pick colors that aren't going to fade into each other, take a picture of them with your phone in black and white. Because if they look like the same color when they're in black and white, then you're not going to be able to do color work very well because they're going to basically blend together, even if they're different colors. And when I did that for these, they looked the same, but I had already paid for them. So, but I used the online photo, to be fair. So I'll try that hack with this. I think it's going to be fine though, because she was basically saying, which makes sense to me, like when you're using yarn, it's not as much the color that determines if you can make a good color work picture, like design. It's like the tone and the hues of it. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing a light gray, if you're doing a white and a like a baby blue, those are different colors, but they're so similar that you're not going to establish a good contrast for your different colors. So anyway, these are what I got. I'm doing Aiden's brain stew pullover or something like that. It's a zip up. It's an oversized zip up hoodie, and the front is checkered, but the back isn't. So that's why if the whole thing was checkered, I'd probably get 50-50 of these colors, but only the front's checkered. Yeah. So Swish superwash merino wool. That was a lot of money, I'm not gonna lie, but I got a discount code. This is the thing. If you want to buy yarn, guys, put it in your cart and then let it sit there for a week, and then they'll send you a discount code. That's the trick. They ended up sending me a discount code. This would have been like $85, and I got it for like 67, which isn't crazy, but that's a substantial difference. I was like, that's enough that I'll do it. Okay, I've been talking for so long, I'm going to read the chat and catch up now. The rock hunting is amazing. Definitely recommend checking the state out. Oh, I love that. And I'm jealous of my friends in like Arkansas too. I'm like, that's a really good rock state. We love rocks here. We love rocks here. I love rocks and stones. Okay, guys, what's everyone's favorite rock? I love any kind of agate. Specifically, I like flower agate because I think it looks like bacteria on a petri dish, and I love that. On an agar plate, I love that. And I like carnelian a lot. I really love carnelian. I like different kinds of jaspers. I've got a really pretty jasper palm stone over there. I forget what kind, but it's the one that's like yellow and red jasper. It looks like it's from Arizona or something. It looks like a desert. Anyway, it was actually really cool. Someone landed an airplane in the water. That's fucking awesome, Megan. That's so fun. I give praise to people who do markets because the thought of doing that stresses me out so bad. Me too, Chantel. I could not be me. Give me rocks. I'm a simple being. Literally, I've got all these. I was talking to my partner. I was like, I keep collecting rocks because I live in a pretty good rock area. And I just collect them when I walk and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know what to do with all these. And he said, you should crochet a little basket. And so I might crochet a little basket to put my rocks in. Right now I've got, I don't know what it's meant to be, but it's a dachshund ceramic. It's a ceramic dachshund it's, you know, got an empty center to put something in. What is it meant to put in there? I don't know. I used to put candy, but right now it's full of tumbled rocks. It's got, you know, Dalmatian jasper, and it's got some quartz in there, and it's got some aventurine, it's got some carnelian, it's got some tiger's eye, it's got a bunch of stuff in there. Okay, I love the colors. Me too. That's gonna be beautiful. I'm really excited. It stressed me out bad when I did my market, but I did well, but nothing crazy. That's the thing. And not just the effort of creating the items, but it's a lot of effort to go there, set up, to be on all day, especially when I feel like crafters are usually more introverted. To be on and talking to customers all day is exhausting. It just seems like a lot of work compared to other yarn for feels. Oh yeah. It's so it's not like as soft as an acrylic. You know, you can feel this and you're like, that's a wool. You know, when you just feel wool's just a little more, I don't know. I feel like acrylic is like this cord. You know, it's completely smooth like plastic, but wool is like, okay, this is perfect. I got two different cords here. This is like a braided cord, a braided charging cord, and that's what it feels like. You know, like you can just feel you can feel the fibers a little bit more. So it's definitely not as soft as like an acrylic. You know, acrylic's just soft. I would say it's as soft as like acrylic I wouldn't use. Like, but I feel like it's going to be fine when it's on. Like I would wear this. It's just not like a, you know, big twist yarn is super soft. I love this yarn. Unfortunately, it's super soft. It's not quite there, but it's pretty soft for a wool. It's not as soft as like I would say, it's not as soft as like a hand dyed, like hand spun merino wool, but for like a mass produced merino wool, I would say it's pretty soft. But I'll have to let y'all know. And it's one of those things, I don't know, but you also feel like can't tell when you're touching the skein. Like I was using that Walmart yarn to make those baby booties, and I touched the outside of the skein and I was like, I don't know about this, but then I worked it up and it felt fine. When I touch the outside of this, it feels the tiniest bit rough, but then when I stick my fingers like under this, I'm like, oh, that feels really soft. So we'll have to see. Anyway, I'm excited about it. I love the colors. Thank you. Thank you. I think it's gonna be good. Not an acrylic, it's a merino wool. Lisa made a comment now that she wishes there was some YouTube fiber arts person that could do a course teaching on color theory for picking colors for projects, which would be awesome. I'll try to see if I can find that video I'm talking about. I think it made a lot of sense. She was like, yeah, take a picture of your yarn in black and white. If it blends in together, it's not going to work well if you're using it in a contrasting design. I was like, that makes sense. Tyler's back to do grout today. He wasn't meant to come tomorrow, but he's coming today. I don't know, I'm excited about the grout. The tile looks really nice. It's the perfect where it's not, I don't know, it's not super boring, but it's not super intense. You know what I mean? It's like a good neutral, but there's still a design there. So you can, I don't know. Sometimes tile, I don't like a blank slate tile where it's like just white or just black or something like that. I think that's too much, but I also don't like super crazy tiles. So I feel like that's perfect. You should tumble the ones you find. I want to, but I need to just take like 15 minutes and just identify them all first, just to make sure I don't destroy them. Plus, I was trying to think about where I would put my tumbler, and I'd probably have to put it in this room, which would be horrendous. Like, I don't know, because, you know, usually you tumble them for like consistently for 4 weeks or 5 weeks or whatever. So I don't, my house is tiny. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where I would put it to where that sound wouldn't be aggravating. I have a driveway of rocks. I've been thinking of getting a rock tumbler just to see what I find my driveway. You totally should. I love finding driveway rocks. Parking lot rocks. Love them. You ask what Christmas presents I'm making. I'm working on a pullover for my cousin and a shawl for my aunt. I love that. Love a straw. A shawl. Love a shawl. Hey, X and Strands. How's your Saturday going? I love Howlite, So Light, calcite. Love a calcite. I think I got a calcite from a trip I did recently because it's got... love moss agate. Ollie, love moss agate. Any agate. I'm sold. Except for, you know what? I'll say it. I'm not a big, actually, no. I like most agate. But anyway, I've got a piece, what I think is a calcite because it's got clear, like, tunnels where water's been running through. And I was like, that's a calcite. I love amethyst, coarse, onyx, tourmaline, so many more. No, it's honestly hard to spell lots of these rocks, but I love, tourmaline. Hi, Maria. There's so many things it's hard to choose. I know, right? If you're wondering about color theory, if you're wondering about color theory, I recommend following an art YouTuber. They're all about color theory. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Good night, Maria. I think it would be amazing. I love the wool mostly, so I was curious about the scale where it stood. Nothing has been softer than baby alpaca. Ooh, see, I've never worked with baby alpaca, but I bet if I did, I would be never go back. Making a scarf with sleeves with it. Ooh, I've seen those where it's like, I've bookmarked one that I really want to do where it's a scarf with sleeves, and when you put the sleeves on, it kind of crisscrosses, so it's a panel here, and then the sleeves. I think it's so pretty. I'm having a great day. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Kat Volk is one of my favorite YouTubers. She talks about contrast all the time. Okay, I'm gonna have to look her up because I need all the help I can get if I'm honest. So let's see. Kat Volk. But yeah, the reason why I'm working on this today is because I really want to start working on that, but I've got too many whips at the moment and it's giving me anxiety. I've got this one. I've got my tank top. That's it. That's it. But to be fair, I've also got some other secret projects that I'm doing soon. So I've got 2 more projects I need to start, the zip up and the mystery. And so I'm like, I need to finish something. So this is going to be the quickest. I like them too. I'm glad we went random with the designer tile. Wanted to try and match the marble design and I hated it. I know, I get that. I feel like if I don't know, I wouldn't trust myself to pick it out. I'm like, you know, like designers know what they're doing. I'm like, you pick what you think is best. Yarn Over Hook just came out with new color wheels. Yarn Over Hook. What is that? Is that a company? I'm confused. Sorry, what is that, Mary Jo? If you have a favorite crochet or knit project, what would it be? I honestly don't think I have a favorite. I feel like I like everything for different ways. Actually, no, I don't like everything I've ever made, but most of the stuff, I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite, if I'm honest. They're all good. Okay, I need to mute and drink water because I just talked for so long and I'm like, I'm parched. Everyone drink some water. All right. Oh, the stream's buffering. Yarn Over Hook, she's a YouTuber. She's a YouTuber. Okay. Yarn Over Hook. Oh, gotcha. Ooh, she's got lots of tutorials on here. Wow, she's got a lot of tutorials. Okay. Cool. I wonder if that's hard for her to be found with that name. I would just imagine like Yarn Over Hook is like such a general, like it's just such a, yarn over is such a widely used phrase that I wonder if it's hard for people to find her. Because like when I Googled Yarn Over Hook, her YouTube didn't pop up, but she's got a lot of subscribers. She's got 60,000 subscribers, so I'm surprised she didn't pop up. Oh, my desk is a mess right now because I have to charge my keyboard and my mouse. So there's just cords everywhere. Okay. Pizza's on the way. Second sleeve is done. I'm just chilling, watching at the moment. I love that. I love that. Sounds like a great day. Send a photo of my current cast on in the Discord. Okay. Let me see. Ooh, I love that wool ease. I've always wanted to use that. So cute. I love those colors. They're so fun without being like crazy, you know? Love it. All right. Brooke is going to focus and do some rows on this. I've yet to think about how I want to do this panel, so I'm just going to do it until I feel like I'm getting close to halfway and then I'll stop. Actually, I guess I'll do it until I've run out of this yarn because I'm just using a little yarn ball at the moment. I think I'll be getting margaritas for dinner, Ollie. That's fun. We're doing our friends and I are going fishing this evening, so we're going to be bringing sandwiches and snacks and have a little picnic or something like that, which will be fun. I'm excited about it. I'm going to bring my, probably this and my Lima top that I really need to work on. I just paused. I'm procrastinating on the Lima top right now because I know I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna have to start thinking, and I don't want to have to think. So I'm getting to the point where I need to look at the next step, and the next step might just be continue with the chart. And if it is, then I'm gonna feel like a fool that I've been pushing off working on it because I know I'm about to finish. Because basically, step 1 is work the charts. What is step 2 gonna be? I don't know. I don't really want to find out because I've been liking doing step 1. You know. And also this color work has kind of inspired me, and now I kind of want to do like a knit scarf color work pattern, which I think will be fun, but I don't know. I also was thinking about doing, did I tell you I wanted to make what someone lovingly put as plant diapers? Just cotton little coasters basically to put under my plants so that if they drip a little bit of water, it drips onto the cotton instead of whatever they're sitting on. So I was thinking, like, maybe I'll do just like a beginner friendly, like a beginner crochet video, like how you can use circles in crochet, you know, and then you could do coasters, you could do plant diapers, you could do baskets, and then I was thinking also the stainless pot dividers, because I really want to make those. And I was trying to think about how to make that in a flower form, but then I didn't know how I would make that into a tutorial because I feel like depending on the yarn you use, it would change everything. So I'm like, maybe I'll just do circles or something. Anyway, so I was thinking that could be a fun little beginner-friendly video I could do that would use up a lot of my cotton, which I actually don't really think I have too much of. Like I've got, actually, this, this. I think that's a wool, actually. Not much cotton anyway. But anyway, I was like, oh, that could be a fun idea. A little quick one. It's working up gorgeously. Ugh, I love it. And I love like knitting with thicker yarn. It just goes so fast. You're like, wow, I'm the most productive person on the planet. When really it's like you just have 5 stitches on your needles because the yarn's so thick. I found her by accident after one of your lives. She's great. I love that. I feel like I don't spend enough time on YouTube searching for just new people to follow, but also YouTube's not good at showing you new creators, you know? You have to hunt for people. YouTube isn't like Instagram where it'll just randomly be like, oh, like everyone you know follows this person, you know? I kind of wish YouTube would do that sometimes. Sometimes it pisses me off when Instagram does it, but at the same time, I like the small ways where it's like, oh, when you open someone's Instagram profile, you see who you know that follows them. Like that's really helpful to me. Or when you follow someone, it says similar accounts. Love that. Something small like that I wish YouTube would do. Like, oh, you know, I don't know. All the people you're subscribed to are subscribed to this person, or the people subscribed to you like this person. Like I would like that because I feel like I don't know many crafters on YouTube. I do, and I would love to find more just like lifestyle crafters. I feel like lots of the crafters I follow on YouTube do just tutorials constantly, and that's just not something I wouldn't just casually watch a tutorial, you know what I mean? Unless I'm looking for something. I want to find more people who just, I don't know, do like crochet project videos or vlogs or market setup videos, stuff like that. I'm searching for a good shrug pattern that I can modify into a full-length mesh pullover. Ooh, good shrug pattern. I'm trying to think of who might have something like that. I don't know. Didn't Kelsey do something like that? Or did she not make a video for it? I don't remember. Because I think she made something like that. Or am I misremembering? She made something like that, but I don't think she did a tutorial for it, I guess. I miss fishing. It's so relaxing. I know. I'm like, and it's not even, I'm like, I'm going, I don't care if I fish. Just sitting out in nature with your buddies, you know, it's just fun. Hey, Project Ghost, how's your weekend going? I've never been a big margarita person, and I remember being at a work dinner, and I was like, yeah, I just don't really like margaritas. And they were like, no, you do. You just are. He was like, "You're just a college, like a fresh out of college kid. You don't have the money for a nice margarita. Like margaritas are one of those things where you need to, if you have like a nice margarita is much different from a cheap margarita." And so he was like, "You just need like, you need to have the money to pay for nice tequila." And I was like, "Oh no, I really like don't think so. Like I don't think I like it." And then he said, he was like, just try mine." And he paid for like like a really nice drink. And I tried it and I was like, "Oh shit, he's right." I was like, it is just that I'm like a cheap college kid and I don't have the money to be spending on like a $25 drink. But I was like, okay. I ate my words. I was like, "You're so right. There is a big difference." I love the YouTube channel Breathing Yarn. Oh my gosh, Liz, I live and breathe Breathing Yarns videos. She is incredible. She's by far my favorite. She's my favorite craft creator on YouTube. 100%, like no doubt. Like I watch every single one of her videos and I share them every single time. I was just actually I don't know if you watched recently her color palette videos where she talked about creating a color palette that works for you and then building a closet based on that color palette and other factors and like your lifestyle and your, abilities you have and things like that. Loved. I created a color palette. And you know what? I'm following my color palette with my colors for my zip up. I was like, she changed my life. I'm like, every time she posts, I'm like, yes, please. I think it was ABOC, ABOC Studios, ABOC. She did, but she just made it raglan style. Gotcha. Kelsey or Sarah from Crochet Vision are the ones I'm following, like crochet vlogs. I follow Crochet Vision. I just haven't had a chance to watch any of her videos recently. And I've just been busy, honestly. And I haven't been watching, anyway, I've just been busy, so I haven't been able to watch any of her videos. I've got her past like few uploads are in my watch later, and I just haven't had a chance to get to them. Because I've also been going through lots of like video commentary. I've been on a video commentary kick recently. Because I don't really, I've been trying not to do short form content, but I'm just addicted to my phone like everyone else. So I like to put on a long YouTube video, and that's what I've been doing. And I've been watching really interesting ones. Like I watched this girl analyzing I'm not from New York, so I didn't really understand what was going on. The West Village Girl was like a West Village Girl commentary video about how lots of rich, mostly white women are moving to the West Village and how they're all very similar and, what that means for New York and how lots of these women aren't wanting to live there full time. Like they think it'd be weird to live in New York full time. So they're taking housing away from people that would live there. But at the same time, no one who lives there can afford it anyway because they've been like lots of the housing in the West Village used to be multifamily like apartments, but they've been bought and renovated into single family homes. And so like that's not accessible for the average New Yorker. And so even if these women left, like New Yorkers probably wouldn't even be able to live there to begin with. And I don't know, that was very interesting. And I watched this one yesterday about like the ethics or the morality, quote unquote, of ethnic nose jobs and how like lots of people like it was a Black woman and she was talking about how lots of Black features have been appropriated by white people and the only one that hasn't is like a generally a wider nose. So she was talking about how she thinks it's not a coincidence that is the feature that lots of Black women are changing to make seem more white because all of their other features have been appropriated by white people. Just things like that's very interesting. It's very interesting, and I like to listen to them in the background while I'm working. I hate tequila. It's not my fave. I'm definitely like, if I'm gonna drink, I'm definitely a vodka girl because I feel like it's just the easiest. I don't know. I don't like gin. I don't like tequila. I don't like whiskey. I don't like beer. I feel like vodka is the easiest one to drown with other flavors. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going for. Doing good, working on a video idea. I want to take crochet items mass produced by luxury brands and recreate them. I love that idea. I was doing that for a while, but not as like a video series, but it wasn't just crochet items mass produced. It was just like I would just go to like Urban Outfitters or Target and just bookmark tops clothing that I liked, and I'm like, that's crochetable. Bookmark it, I'm gonna do it. That's crochetable. I'm bookmark it, I'm gonna do it. Anyway, so I love that idea. And also to see, like, I don't know how much they're charging for it, how long it'd take you, and therefore how much you charge for it. That will be really interesting. What are you doing tomorrow? I don't know. Some errands, I think. We got to go to Costco. We've got to, what else do we have to do? We've got to, I think I'm going to go to the running store and get new shoes, prepping for the week. You know, I'm like you, honey. I like watching crochet vlogs. That's why I'm just trying to make content like that on my channel. Just chat and crochet. That's the best type. Like, that's the best type. I agree. ABOC Studio has a mesh top tutorial. You can mod it to just be sleeves. Ooh, I like that. I'm a vodka and gin girly. I wish I liked gin. I mean, I really don't. I don't drink very much at all, so nothing really affects me. I'm like, I wish I liked gin. I really don't. But I definitely don't like gin. But I do feel limited in my if I am gonna drink, I feel limited in my options because I'm like, I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like that. I learned I can handle rum the easiest. I can't stand beer. It's weird how you learn. No, everyone has drinks. You know what I mean? Everyone has, that's so true. Everyone has drinks that they're like, if I'm going to drink, this is what I'm going to get. And they don't switch. And like my sister's a wine girly and she doesn't do much else because wine is like the best for her. I don't know. It's just interesting. Gin and rum. Hi, Kathleen. Yum. Pizza is here. What kind of pizza did you get? Also, guys, last week I was talking about how I had to leave early to go to a Catan night. Well, I was going to do a live last night, but I ended up not because we had a last minute Catan night and I freaking won. It was my first time winning Catan. I was so excited. And I didn't even realize for the longest time that I was doing well until someone said, oh my gosh, Brooke's about to win. And I was like, me? I was like, am I about to win? And then I won. It was crazy. I was like, I had no idea. Because I'm still at the point where like I don't really know how the points work. So I'm just playing to play, you know, like I'll just give myself small objectives. Like when I started the game, I was like, oh, I don't have any sheep. Like that's the one resource I need. So then I got sheep. And then I was like, oh, I'm close to a port. Like I should go get that port. Like I'm not looking at the grand scheme of things. I'm just doing what I need to do. I'm pregnant, so mocktails are my go-to, but I like pina colada or just simply wine. My sister has a good non-alcoholic wine that she really liked because she's a wine girly too. I'm a tequila girl. Also love a good beer. I love that. Love a good beer. I wish I liked, I don't know. I feel like if I was to wish I liked any kind of drink, it would be beer because I feel like it's just so accessible. You know what I mean? Like it's just so easy. But yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm a water person. Like, I'm basically water. just it. I don't really drink much else. It was funny, actually. The other day, I was in a meeting and we were talking about how, work is stressful. We were talking about that. And my manager was like, at the end of this, I'm going to take everyone out for a drink. And then she goes, except for Brooks, I know you don't like drinking, so we'll take you to a bookstore and you can buy a book. And I was like, yeah. It was funny because I was the youngest person in the call. So I was like, I feel like a kid right now. I feel like the kid amongst all the adults. And I was like, you know, that is what I would want. Like, I would want you to buy me a book. That's what I'd want. I'm a whiskey girl. Oh, okay. No, if I could wish for any drink that I could drink, it would be whiskey. I'd feel badass, honestly, drinking whiskey. It's terrible. I can't do it. My fiance likes to collect good bottles of alcohol, so we have a bougie liquor cabinet we have just have a collection in. Ooh, what kind of liquor do you collect? Like anything? We barely drink it, so it's kind of funny. My brother-in-law's the same way. He's a bourbon guy. First off, he loves bourbon. He has a bourbon guy. Like a bourbon guy he's been buying from for so many years that he'll call him and say, hey, brother-in-law, I just got some XYZ in, like, come today. You know, who has that? You know what I mean? That's crazy. And no, I don't think he drinks very many of it, but it was cute because when he married my sister, he gave all of his groomsmen little bottles of bourbon with like a custom label about the wedding. It was really sweet. I was like, this is the perfect gift from him. A little bourbon bottle. Beer makes me feel funky. I get that. I get that. Fun fact y'all might not know about me. I've actually brewed beer before and it's kind of fun. And if I liked Sorry, I'm reading. What was I saying? Oh, I've brewed beer before and it's kind of fun and it makes me wish I liked alcohol more because I would just brew my own beer. Like that'd be so fun. I see this guy on Instagram a lot who brews mead, which I think is mead like wine based? I don't think it's beer based. It's something different, but anyway, it was kind of fun. Okay. Hi, Dima. I love a beer. Love a beer. But okay, beer makes me feel funky, but Guinness. Interesting, interesting. My husband loves beer. Classic. But over the years, he's tried to learn what he likes and what's in it or how it's made. It makes him like it. So he knows for other ones he's thinking of trying that would be worth the money to try. Ooh, that's smart. Literally to know how the sausage is made so you know what sausage to buy. Domino's Italian sausage, bacon, mushrooms, onion, green peppers. Yum. Yum. I don't I get something like that. I forget what it's called. Is it like the extreme pizza or something? It's like pepperoni, sausage, bell peppers. What is that called? That's a specific type of pizza. A White Claw is good too. That was my go-to college drink. Love good ice cream alcoholic beverages. Now that is the way I would do it. That if I was to drink. I remember when I was in Orlando, my partner came and visited me and we went to we went to like an adult arcade and so they had alcoholic beverages that were slushies and we went to get one and neither of us are big drinkers at all. So we went to get one and they said, "Do you want 2 or 4 shots?" Can we get one? 2 or 4 is crazy. We were like, oh, okay. Like, and then we like couldn't drink the whole thing because we drove there and we were like, neither of us drinks enough. Like we're not gonna be able to drive home. 2 or 4 shots is crazy. The alcohol hookups to buy nice bottles are worth keeping close. Ooh, I love alcohol bottles too. I remember I made my sister go antiquing with me in an antique mall, and she's not big on antiquing. She prefers to buy new things. And she was talking about how she wanted to get a gift from my now brother-in-law, her husband. And I just was like, and I was like, "Oh, you could find something here." And she was like, "No, I don't think so. I don't think so." And so, one second, I have to blow my nose. My allergies. Anyway, resuming. And she was like, "I don't think I could find anything here." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And I just walked her up to the glass cabinet, you know, where they keep decanters and nice drinking glasses. And I was like, "Get her one of these." Like an antique decanter is freaking cool. And they're not made the same anymore these days anyway. So she ended up getting one of those. And then I was like, "Engrave it." So she got one, she engraved it. Boom, great gift. I was like, "See, you can buy used things and they're great." My I almost said Cleonce because I read My Fiance Collects. My Fiance collects all sorts. Fun fact, sometimes Costco will have short supply of some rare bottles at a good price. That's good to know. I bet my brother-in-law knows that. Honey-based. Thank you, Ollie. Mead is like beer wine mix, if I remember correctly. More ale-based. Very interesting. I love to watch the people who brew their own stuff. It's cool. My husband loves beer, but as a gag gift, I would love to give him some helium beer, but you can't find it in my country. What is helium beer? Supreme pizza. Thank you, Mary Jo. Yeah, that's the pizza I like. Because I'm like, it's a nice mix of the greasy, unhealthy pepperoni with some vegetables. Just a nice mix. Variety, you know. Mead is made with fermented honey. Wine is fruit and beer is grain. Gotcha. Okay, thank you. I was like, I forget what mead is. I would also just love to make mead. I think it'd be so funny. Like, imagine making mead before like a D&D session. You know, we all sit down with our bottles of mead. So funny. I think I may be having Burger King for dinner. Yum. Supreme. Oh, did you apply to the Guinness Book of World Records, Ghost? I don't like pepperoni very much. Interesting. My partner doesn't either because he finds it as very salty. Hey, Tiffany. How's it going? I'm doing great. Oh, guys, also, I posted a new video today. I don't know if y'all have had the chance to watch, but it's just a little crochet vlog. It was like 2 weeks ago, I think. 2 weekends ago. It was fun. I ended up, you'll hear this if you watch it, you've already heard this, and if you're gonna watch it, you'll already hear this. But I filmed every single clip in slow motion. So I was like, oh, like, I guess there's no sound in this video. I guess there's not gonna be any sound because when you film in slow motion on a camera, it doesn't capture any sound. And because of that, all the clips were like super bad quality, which was really upsetting because I don't know. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great, like just a cute little short vlog. And then I was like, oh, like you can't hear anything in the video quality sucks. Like, okay. I watched it, super fun, loved it. Thanks, Chantel. We have a drive-through adult slush place here. Okay, call me crazy. Drive-through, like alcohol places like that, I feel like should not be allowed. Like it's different if you're grabbing like, I don't know, something enclosed, and I don't know why that's different to me because you could just open it in the car. But we had something like that in my college town. It was a drive-through adult beverage. You would literally drive through and they'd put it in just a styrofoam cup, like a giant, what's it called? Margarita in a cup, and you would just take it and go. I'm like, that should be illegal. Like, that's not safe. Especially in a college town, like, kids are just drinking them as they drive away. It's just crazy to me. Or expanding from Louisiana where they have at least one shop. Honestly, though, adult slushes are great. Like, that's probably the only way I would really consume alcohol nowadays. They're just fun. It's just for the slush factor. I did see it earlier. Ooh, awesome. After you drink helium beer, your voice sounds like just like after inhaling helium from a balloon. How did they make that? Cosmina, how did they do that? Like, does it taste weird or does it taste normal? Also, if you're wondering why I'm wearing a hat today, it's because my hair is greasy. And I couldn't wash it earlier because I'm about to sit at the river all night. I'm washing my hair, so I've got the hat on today. Slush alcoholic drinks they're so good. A lot of states do make it illegal. Okay, gotcha. I'm like, when I saw it, well, to be fair, I'm from Texas, so if any state's gonna make it legal, it's gonna be Texas. But I was like, is that real? I was like, what? Like, I remember going through with friends and we drove through on the way to a date party and then everyone was drinking on the way to the date party. I was like, what is going on? This is crazy. The drive-through to-go alcohol drinks are only allowed in certain states. I know Montana does that. Interesting. So basically all the southern states probably. I applied for the record with guidance of ChatGPT. A typical marathon record will include 5 minutes of rest per hour. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Like, I would be like, can I just not rest for the first 12 hours and then sleep? And then, like, I don't know, sleep for a reasonable amount of time? I actually don't know, but if I get my hands on some, I'll film my husband, brother-in-law, and send it to you. Okay, yes, please do. PA has alcoholic slushies at some of their gas stations. Okay, that's fun. Crazy but fun. Kansas allows the drive-through alcohol. I agree, that's totally wild. It really is. I don't know. I was shook. I would be too. It's weird. Guys, I feel like I've made no progress today. Are y'all making progress while we're chatting and hanging? I feel like I'm not doing anything, which I know I am, because first off, I'm doing it and the ball's getting smaller, but I don't know. When I'm done with this ball, I might switch to the Lima top. Okay. I'm gonna drink water again because it's hot in here now. It's good. Ooh, I might turn my fan on. I feel so fancy with my fan right here. Oh yeah. You see that? See the blowing in the wind? It's not blowing, but it could be. I've made negative progress. I've had to frog 3 rows. Bailey, I'm so sorry. If it makes you feel better, I started that way too. Wait, what are you working on? Stuffing my face still. That's productive. That's productive. I support that. If I could be doing that right now, I would be. It was funny because this week I made chicken pot pie and then I made enchiladas, and they were both made in the same container. And when I went to get food today, I was like, how do we still have chicken pot pie? I was like, we've been eating that for days. And then I picked it up and I was like, why is it so heavy? There should only be like 1 bite of chicken pot pie left because we've been eating it for so long. And then I opened it. It was the enchiladas and it was like a nice surprise. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about these. It was funny. I was like, what is this in the fridge? I finished the second half and connected the sides of the blue cardigan I was making. Ooh, yeah. It's coming. I mean, you're kind of getting close, no? I have to go. My oldest son just doesn't want me to go to sleep, and it's after midnight here. Good night. Okay, have a good night, Cosmina. Only voted to overturn the prohibition laws in the state within the last 10 years. Wow. Ooh, knitting a sweater vest. Oh, I'm sorry you keep having to frog, but that's going to be great. I saw this really cute pattern earlier today. Okay. Sidebar, I've been really wanting to make projects that I could wear for work. And so I found this really cute one it's kind of like a classic, one of those tops where it's all ribbed, so it's super stretchy. The only reason I'm not sure I could wear it to work because it had like a wide neckline. It just was like one of those where it's like you'd have to wear a strapless bra, but it was so cute. So it had normal sleeves, but the sleeve kind of started really wide. And so all of this is open. And I was like, I don't know if that's too risque, but the whole thing is just ribbed. So it's just like a nice, well-fitting shirt. And I was like, I sent it to my mom. I was like, could I wear this to work? So funny. Bye-bye. Okay, bye, Shining Star. Hey, Brooke, hope you're doing well. I have a question for you. Do you ever go through phases where you don't need a crochet? Oh my gosh, Sarah, yes. Basically every spring. No. Every holiday season. So basically every year from November to January, I just drop off the face of the earth. And I don't tell people, I just stop. I don't know. So yes. I just get burnt out, I think. And yeah, every year. The chugging emojis, I love it. ChatGPT recommends I plan out my projects so that I don't need referencing a pattern ahead of time and have to practice sessions. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, would they count that as you taking a break if you have to reference something? Just need to decide if I want to keep it cropped or not. Ooh. Okay, yeah, I get that. Both good options. Make it zip off. Put a zipper down there, Moon Jelly. I just finished the 65th and last granny square for the cardigan I'm working on. I'm so happy for you, Coco. It must feel so good. But now you have to, unless you're assembling them as you go, now you have to assemble, which is just the freaking worst. But I hope that goes great. Headed out, dinner time. Have fun and stay safe. Okay, Ollie, have a good night. Hope dinner's fun. Get some margaritas. Crocheting 2 white squares for the other side of the blue squares. And after that, if I have enough white, I'll crochet a granny stitch around it and at least 1 or 2 rows of the blue yarns. Oh, okay. So you're doing like a granny stitch strip, and then you'll do like a granny square strip, and then you'll do granny stitch on the outside. Love that. I like combining a granny square with the granny stitch. I think it's fun because it's just similar enough, but not exactly the same. Sorry I'm late, just got back from the store. No worries, Laura. Hope it was a good errand and or shopping trip or what have you. Ends are all weaved in. Oh, nice. But yes, assembly is next. Pausing to work on other things. Oh, nice. What are you working on for August? I would pause too. But then I'd be afraid that if I paused, I would never pick it back up. I wonder if I should pause. Like, how far am I going? How big is this panel? I can go some more. It's crazy how I'm using the same yarn, but the color looks different just because this one has different colors in it. You know what I mean? Like, these are the same yarn, but it just kind of looks different when it's right near. It looks the same on camera. In real life, it looks a little different, okay? Just because it's next to the darker pink purple situation. Oh, look, there's something on the ground. My camera SD cards are just on the ground. All right. It's because I was editing last night. Editing the video for next week. Which will be fun and hectic and all that good stuff. Okay. Let's keep going. Does anyone have more fun weekend plans? Tomorrow's Sunday. Are y'all like rest and recovery on Sunday, people, or are you prepare for the week, people? Because I like to do all my cleaning and errands on Saturday, so that Sunday I can do nothing. So for this weekend, I'm doing the opposite. But in theory, that's usually what I like to do. But I find that I feel like most people like to do the opposite. Like, all my siblings would rather do nothing on Saturday and do everything on Sunday. But this is my thing. I like to get all my shite done on Saturday so that I can sit before I go back to work and just dread going back to work. I don't like the idea of having a busy, like, errand-filled cleaning day and then the next day going to work. It just sounds terrible. Got all but one. We'll need to buy it online. Ooh, all but one what? Are you getting crafty stuff? Working on a shawl mainly for a master's graduation gift. That's lovely. I'm not worried about pausing because I can't wait to wear the cardigan this fall. Ooh, that's exciting. Okay, that's great. I'm glad you're not worried about pausing. I'm just one of those people, you know. That's true. It depends on the project. If I'm passionate enough about it, like I put down the Lima top the past few days, but I know I'm finishing that thing soon, which I better because it's going to start cooling down soon. Like, holy shoot, it's August. I need to finish that tank top. And I've only got this much left. I mean, I'm only this much. Like, we're maybe getting close to the armpits. Maybe. Which I do feel like once you get to the armpits, it's so fast. You know, it's the bottom part that takes the longest. You work on Sunday, okay. I agree, Sunday rest day, okay. Interesting, interesting. Wedding cake tasting, Moon Jelly, that'd be fun. What cakes do you think? What are your preferred options? Or are you just going in blind and you don't have a preference? I'm working on a new granny square bag. Ooh, what colors are you using? Hoping to go out to my local coffee shop and sell my stuff this weekend. That's awesome. Love that. Personal items, gotcha. I hate when I go out and I'm like, okay, I need to get all these things from the store, and then you end up not being able to find everything. I'm like, what was the point? I love the Lima top you're working on. Thank you, Coco. I appreciate it. I really like it too. I need to keep working on it. But I'm like, it just doesn't make sense when I have this. Like, this is the easiest thing. I need to be doing this right now. You know? My birthday's a month from now. Oh my gosh, Abby, that's exciting. You said, I think, if I remember correctly, that it's Labor Day, right? So, no school. So, are you doing something fun? I forget. Doing a quick courthouse wedding once we get our overpriced marriage license. Chantal, that's so exciting. This cake lady makes an amazing peach melted cake with German buttercream. Moon Jelly. You have to put a picture of that in the Discord. I know it's a sample, so it's not going to be cute looking, but I just want to look at it and imagine the taste. Gotta hop off. Hope you have oh my gosh. Gotta hop off. Hope you have fun fishing. Later, y'all. Okay, bye, Megan. Have a good night. Not saying I have my mind made up already, but I'm biased. Fair. That's me. I'm like when I get married, I know I'm having chocolate cake, baby. Fuck everyone. I'm sorry. It's my day. I'm a chocolate girl. I do like people having fun cake flavors, more fun than just vanilla. Not just because I'm chocolate biased, but vanilla cake. Let's do something fun. You know what I mean? Like, let's do something more fun than just vanilla. No hate to vanilla people who have done vanilla for their wedding or like vanilla, but I just feel like I could do something fun. Or at least vanilla with like a berry compote and a fun icing. You know, just something more than just vanilla cake with vanilla icing. Do something fun. I do love me a good chocolate cake. Me too. I do think it's funny that lots of people do a vanilla wedding cake and then a chocolate groom's cake. I'm like, I would just be eating the groom's cake. Wedding, so fun. Love a reason to eat cake. I was at a wedding recently. I went to a couple. I've been to a couple weddings recently. One of them, I don't remember which one, but it was my first time where I was like, I don't like this cake. I don't remember what it was. Then I went to this other wedding. They had good cake. I was eating the scraps off my friend's plates. It was so good. I was like, all right, I'll take whatever extra. And I kept looking at the table. I was like, is there extra? Is there extra? Because I'll go eat that. You know, I'll go eat it. And it was funny when my sister got married. I was talking to my brother and I was like, so you know she had like a 4-tier cake. And I was like, you know all that styrofoam, right? Like there's only going to be maybe one layer of cake, but most likely like 2 pieces of cake in there. And he was like, no, that's not true. I was like, yeah, she probably sheet cake in the back. He was like, no, that's the cake. And I was like, okay, just watch. And then later on, they saw them cut the cake and my mom or my sister or someone was like, yeah, so it's all styrofoam except for that one piece. And I turned to my brother and I was like, boom. It's like, you don't know the ins and outs of the cake decorating industry, dude. I was like, how do you think they're going to cut it so fast? You know what I mean? Like, they just did like the bridegroom cake thing and now they're coming out with pieces of cake. Where do you think those are coming from? They're not coming from that 4-tier cake right there. I'll probably skip the whole cake thing. I think that's totally fair. And I also like when people like, I don't know, I like when people make weddings their own. I feel like people get so stuck in this is what I have to do, you know? Like I've been to weddings where they do like a s'mores bar for dessert or, you know, like donuts instead of cake, things like that. I think it's like, make it fun. If you don't like cake, don't do cake. Or if you don't like dessert, don't do dessert, you know? Do I don't know, fruit or do pies, which I guess is still a dessert. Do something else. I like that people are kind of doing more fun things for their weddings. Lily Sugar and Cream, Pebble Beach, and Earth Ombre. Oh, I think I like that. I like the sound of that. Oh, I like the Earth Ombre one. I like that like muted tone. Is that right? Yeah, Earth Ombres. Cool. Hazelnut chocolate cake, Nutella inspired cocoa. You are speaking my language. That sounds so good. My favorite cake is the Asian lightweight layered cake with strawberries and like cool layer between them. Chantal, I just made one of those for my partner's birthday. That's his favorite cake ever. Cause he's like, he's like, all these desserts are too sweet. But yeah, I love those. The ones you can get at like, what's the, oh my gosh. What's it called, the bakery? Paris Baguette and the French one that I can't say the name of, so now I can get back crocheting my lovey blanket. Oh, exciting. Wait, what lovey? What is it an animal lovey or what animal is it? TBH, mentally preparing for the fall, winter, and spring season. These are my busiest time of the year for crochet. Ooh, do you do like scarves and mittens and hats and things like that? Like cold weather things? I make an amazing chocolate cake with a chocolate ganache on top. That is my perfect cake. Like if I'm making a cake, that's probably what I'm making. And I'm like, this is what I want to eat. I like putting it in the fridge and the ganache gets hard and you have to like stab into the ganache. Love it. Not only do I sell my stuff at local coffee shops and markets, but I also take on commissions. Ooh, I hate doing commissions, so I respect you for doing that. They're just, I don't know, nightmare a little bit. What are you working on today? I'm working on the back of a Legally Blonde pillow, which is why it's so bright. Yes, Moon Jelly, that one. I don't know how to say it, but that one. Hi, Meredith. Paris Baguette, yes. I finished crocheting a blanket dedicated to my grandmother who's sick. Oh, that's lovely. What does the blanket look like? That's really sweet of you. Bunny, love it. Hi, Olivia. How do you crochet? I would look up videos on YouTube. I don't think I can explain it very well, but I kind of think of it as like tying knots. I think of knitting as like almost weaving, and I think of crochet as tying knots. Is that right? I don't know. Oh, it's teal and green. I love that. You're making me hungry. I know, guys. We got to stop talking. Every time we go live, we start talking about food. Sorry, it's my fault, I guess. I'm the one who brings up food usually. Except for today, it was moon jelly with the wedding cake. I love food, man. I wanted to make, let me know if y'all have made these little desserts. I wanted to make them for Catan night, but I didn't have time. So I feel like these, these are probably, everyone could do these. I have no idea, but people in the South do them a lot for, I don't know, game days and cookouts and things like that. But okay, cookie tray, pretzels all over, Hershey's Kisses on the pretzels. You put them in the oven for like literally a minute, 45 seconds. You take them out. Now the chocolate is soft. M&M. And then you put them in the fridge and they harden. So you've got, the salty crunch of the pretzel and then the soft chocolate, but then the crunch of the M&M. It's the salty, sweet, chocolatey goodness. And I love making those, especially because when you do it, you buy like a family-sized bag of pretzels, a family-sized bag of M&Ms, family-sized bag of Kisses. Love those. Like we always did those for like, if we're going to someone's birthday party when we were kids, my mom was like, okay, assembly line, let's go. And the only thing is they take so long and undoing all those, oh my gosh, undoing all those kisses takes forever. Hello, new subby. Hi, Divergent Crafter. How's it going? Hope you're having a good weekend. Started this time with pizza. My bad. Oh, you're right. You started it with the pizza. I forget. I was like, the cake was the most recent on my mind because cake. Cake. Hi, Maria. We do that for Christmas. Making them look like reindeer? Oh my gosh. Oh, because you use red ones or something? How do you make them look like reindeer? It's not too sweet. It's just my own recipe. I make the ganache from scratch. Ooh, what's your ratio? What's your ratio, Mary Jo? Put the recipe. Give us the recipe. Okay, guys, I just ran out of pink yarns. I'm going to put this down for now. We're getting kind of close. Like, as a reminder for the back panels, I want it to be one panel to be 3/4, one panel to be, 1/4 or whatever. And then have like a button so they overlap. So this is what it looks like. So it'll be like that, which I'm getting kind of close. Like I feel like I could leave this finish this row and leave the panel like this. And the other one, this is so unflattering. The other one goes down over it and then button, which I guess, trying to decide if I want the button on the bottom or on the top. I think the button on the bottom, and then the top has the button hole. I think that makes more sense. But anyway, I could probably leave this panel like this, then make the top panel. Okay, I'm putting that aside. I'm going to take out my Lima top. Let me pull up the pattern. Okay. Red ones. Gotcha. Cute. Do you keep them separate or do you put the clusters, like the pretzel clusters, together in a way to make them look more? I'm curious by this. Do you have a picture, Moon Jelly? I'm very curious by how you're doing this. Okay, let's go to the pattern. Let's go to the top. The one thing about Microsoft Edge is I got the pattern pulled up on 3 tabs because I had them in different places. One was like the written instructions, one was the notes, one was the chart. And every time I close Edge and refresh, it puts them all in the same spot. I'm like, I had them in a specific spot for a reason. Okay. All right. I'm here at complete a full repeat of all rows in chart A before starting chart B. Okay, I did that. And then when you've completed all rows of chart B, start with chart A again. Oh, okay. Oh, so I do it all again. I guess that makes sense. Really, I do all this again? Am I misreading this? My mom was the Christmas cookie maker growing up, the peanut butter kiss cookies. Oh my gosh, I love those. Doing color work on a live, you're a daredevil. It's fine when I know what's going on, but now I don't know what's going on. All 44 rows in the chart. I need to do this is what I need to do. I'm double screening, guys. I've got one side of the chart on one side and the chart. I've got the pattern on one side and the chart on the other. Okay. I think I just finished the top of the... Yeah, I just finished... I've got to... You know what? I've got to do a few more plain rows. Well, this is for future Brooke. I've got to do some plain rows. I'm just going to work the plain rows and we'll figure it out when we get there. Whatever. Oh, shoot. Oh, I was like, I messed this up. No, I just picked up the wrong stitch. It fell, and this is like an every other situation, and I picked up the wrong color. Okay, so I need to pick this stitch up real quick. And then go like that, and then I need to go like that. I think. 1, 2, red. Yes, okay. No, I did that wrong. It's supposed to be, this one's supposed to be white, the next one's supposed to be red. That's what it is. White. This one's supposed to be red. Red. All right. Or, maybe. Red. There we go. Okay, I fixed it. Not changing the subject, but just want to say my boss was freaking out because the volume of the system outage this week. This A up, and I've been almost cleared of all the work myself, stressing for no reason. Chill. It'll work out. It all depends on what I'm using the ganache for. Okay, that's totally fair. I discovered whipped ganache recently, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. My mom used to make homemade chocolate dip pretzel sticks. I love the mint chocolate. That sounds so good. I love chocolate and pretzels. There's no better combination. 12 years at your job, Chantel. No one. Wait, did you get the promotion? No wonder they were like, yeah, Chantel's getting it. Chantel's getting the promotion. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Because I bet you've been doing that work this whole time. Just posted a pic of the granny squares on Discord. Okay. I'm going to finish this row and then I'm going to look. Okay, now, no. Now we've just got some plain knitting rows. Okay, so let me do just a couple stitches and then I'm gonna look at the discord. Okay, let me see. Ooh. I like those bags. I like those when it's like granny square, granny square, granny square. Like I guess it's not really like, well, they're triangles. Granny square, granny square, granny square. I think those are so cute, and it goes like this. I think those are so cute. Yes, I got it. Interview the very next day. They called me to their office, cracked me up. I was like, what is happening? Happened way too easily. Oh, I'm excited for you, Chantel. Did you celebrate? Okay. Where can I find your Discord? It's so the Discord unfortunately is for members only. So if people become members to my channel, which is like the paid subscription, they get access to the Discord. Enjoy the rest of your days, everyone. It's bedtime where I'm at. Okay, have a good night, Coco. I was posting the picture and not paying attention. Not paying attention to what? Sorry. Oh wait. Oh my gosh, I'm not changing colors. Yeah, sorry, Nicole. I had a Discord before that was open to the public, and it ended up having like hundreds of members, and it was really out of control, and it got stressful. So I ended up making this one just members only, just to keep it a little smaller. All right. While I'm doing this, I'm going to read the next section of the pattern so I can figure out what's going on, because it's telling me something and I don't really understand. Let's see. I'm going to read y'all. Oh my gosh, this this fan is blowing straight into my eye. It's making my eye water. Gotta move it. Okay. Still straight in my eye. Okay, I'm gonna read what it says. Okay, do the charts is what it says. It says complete all rows of chart A before starting chart B. Then when you have completed all rows of chart B, start again with chart A. Then it says next row. Work in the established colorwork pattern for your next row of chart A/B all across all front stitches to the end of the row. That's why I'm a little confused. So it says work chart A, work chart B, and then it says start chart A, but then in the next row it says work in the pattern from your next row of chart A/B. Oh, it's because, okay, I'm reading, I'm getting it. Before that, it says chart setup rows. Did I do something wrong? Oh my gosh, I'm in the wrong section of the pattern. That's why I'm confused. God, I was like so in the wrong section of the pattern. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. I'm crying. I was like so not in the right section. It said front, so I was like, oh, that's where I am. No, I'm on the section titled body. That's like this front. That's like the front of the, okay. Okay, work chart A, work chart B. Okay, so now I need to do, after this, I'll do 13 rows of chart A. That's pretty easy. Guys, that was so confusing. I was like, what is going on? It's my first time making it. Okay, let me know what you think, because I think the shape of that bag is so cute. So cute. I love the I don't know how to show. Y'all know what I'm saying. It goes like this. It goes like this. It goes like this, kind of. I don't know what I'm saying. Hi, cool. Didn't celebrate really this past week. It's been emotionally taxing. My last OB appointment was pretty lame. My weight gain brought it up, even though all my mom said I've barely gained. Ugh, I hate. Also, like, yeah, I'm gaining weight. I'm growing a freaking baby. Is that not to be expected? I don't know. Top of that, the OB mentioned how they're hoping the baby flips. Otherwise, we'll have to discuss how to encourage him to rotate. C-section scared me. It wasn't a great appointment. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Chantel. I'm sorry about that. That's so interesting to me that you know, your body knows exactly what it's doing, but like sometimes the baby don't, you know what I mean? Sometimes it doesn't know. It doesn't know what it needs to do. And this is a partnership. That's key. If it makes you feel better, my sister had a C-section. She said it was very simple. And she said it was not, it went great for her. And she said the recovery hasn't been as bad as she expected. So, but I hope you don't have to. I hope he flips. Maybe if you do like somersaults, maybe if you do somersaults on the ground, Chantel, maybe he'll flip over. Maybe you'll turn him. Maybe if we turn you enough, Chantel, he'll turn. Do a flip. Do a flip. Belly is full. No, I'm sleepy. Been up since 7 a.m. Worked till 11. Then came home to chill because I've been working crazy hours the past couple days. Oh my gosh. You should take a nap like Amy. You and Amy should both take naps. But I'm glad you've had a productive day. And I'm glad you have been able to rest a little bit. I need to untangle these. This is driving me crazy. My baby kept flipping. My sister baby kept flipping head up and head down until my sister went into labor. Oh my gosh, that's not stressful at all. Stop moving once you get into the right position, buddy. Okay. Better now, but it was just sucky for obvious reasons. Yeah, that is sucky. Hi, Dan. My best friend was saying he's moving a ton. Let's hope it means he's going to flip. Ooh, yeah. Do a flip. Do a flip. Okay, 1 second. I have to blow my nose again, guys. My allergies are crazy. Anyway. Don't put her into labor. Just at 33 weeks. Oh my gosh, you are getting close. Okay. Now I need to figure out what size I'm at. I forget what size I chose. Let's see. I did 112 stitches, I believe. So after this, I'll be doing 13 rows of the chart. All right. So we're chilling. We're chilling. Now that I know what's going on, I was so confused reading that section. I was like, what does this mean? Not yet, please. Yeah, not yet. It was funny. As my sister and my friend got close, I was like, are you ready for, like, that? Are you ready for them to be out? Or are you like, oh my gosh, I don't want to give birth. Like, keep that thing in there. And it was interesting because my sister was like, I wanted to cook as long as possible. And my friend was like, get this thing out of me. Get this thing out of me. My baby flipped at 37 weeks in the middle of a work meeting. And my regional manager was horrified to have witnessed it. I thought he was going to crap his pants. Is, like, first off, how long do they usually take to flip? Is it, like, several minutes? Or, like, what is that? And what does that feel like? And I'm guessing you could see it, you know? Because I'm thinking about my sister's baby who was in there, like, doing that. It's just crazy. I honestly, if I was your manager, I'd be freaking out, too. I'd be like, 911, 911, what do we need to do? Oh, we've got a little dog hair in there. That's why I like that I don't do projects for other people. I'm like, oh, we got a little dog hair. It's okay. Crazy how awesome goes to show babies in your bodies know what needs to happen when it needs to happen. That is what's so crazy to me. Like, okay, we're ready. The fact that our bodies just do pregnancy. I don't know. I feel like pregnancy and birth is crazy to me. The fact that our bodies just do it. I totally agree. That's because it's scary. True, birth is scary. Yeah. It took like 15 seconds, but you could see my belly flop from side to side. That's crazy. Was it uncomfortable? He was a bit crammed in there. Fair. My sister made it seem like the easiest thing she's ever done. Oh my, but a medicated no compliance. What the? Good for her. Good for her. If I ever have a kid, I'm going to be like, give me those, put that epidural in there, man. Give me that thing. My fiance's sister's crazy like that too. She just acts like it's no busy. Biggie, no biggie. I do feel like sometimes people are like, well, our bodies are meant to do it. I'm like, it doesn't change the fact that it's hard and scary. You know what I mean? Like, it's still, I mean, our bodies are meant to do it, and it's the hardest thing that we'll ever do, you know? The raised eyebrow? Okay. I love that tank, Brooke. Every time you work on it, I'm cheering you on. Thank you. I'm glad I finally read the next step because now I'm going to work on it. I was in a slump because I knew something was coming and I was afraid it was going to be difficult. I don't know why. This is not an armpit level tank top. Like, this is a full length tank top. You know what I mean? If it was cropped, I'd be for the armpits, but I guess I was getting nervous that I was getting close when in reality, this is a full length shirt. Like, this is not armpit length. We're not ready. Give birth. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Yeah, I'm hoping that I'll work on this tonight when we're fishing. That I was going to be able to do it unmedicated. I was so wrong. As soon as I was able to do, I got that epidural. I feel like it's interesting because, you know, some people, I feel like, go in not wanting an epidural and then they're fine, you know, and then sometimes it's like, give me that thing. It's crazy, you know, and then it's like, I don't know. Is it people's difference in pain tolerance or I don't know. It's just interesting. I know I'm not gonna be able to do it unmedicated. I know that about myself. I accept my limitations. Give me that thing. And it was funny. I was talking to my sister. I was like, how was the C-section? You know what I mean? That's a major surgery. She was like, dude, I don't know why anyone would do this naturally. That was so easy. Take that thing out of me. And then she was like, what I didn't realize was that he looked pretty normal, like when he was a newborn. And I was like, oh, it's because like he wasn't in like the canal like getting squished. She was like, yeah, he just took him out of me, so he looks very normal. And I didn't realize that, you know, if babies, if you're you know, giving birth for a long time or having contraction for a long time and your baby isn't moving quick enough, their head gets squished when it's coming out. Like, that is so funny. YouTube's gonna be like, stop talking about this. Anyway, I was like, pro of a C-section, I guess. You got a normal round head. It was the weirdest sensation ever. I'd never been pregnant before, and I was like, what's happening? You're like, literally. And there's, I mean, so many things that I feel like people don't tell you about. You know, I don't think you could ever learn everything there is to know about pregnancy and giving birth and raising kids. You mean, you can't learn everything. And so it's just so interesting to hear what was unexpected to them like that. Like, I didn't, you know, I knew the baby had to be in a certain position, but it never occurred to me that he gets there himself. You know, what that will be like for him to just, or I guess go like this. It's easy for some, not me. I had contractions for 7 days, had to be induced. Oh my gosh. She was 3 weeks early, but not like a full-term baby. That's great. That's great. But wow, 7 days is brutal. And then you have people that are like, oh, I started contractions and in 3 hours, it's out. I'm like, dang. Coneheads. Exactly, Mojo. Conehead. Finally figured out the stitch pattern for the Shein crochet mesh top I'm recreating. Bad news, it's all knit. Oh, no. Literally classic. Literally classic. I can envision it in my head. It's always those knit tops where, yeah, they're constantly increasing and decreasing to make it look like it's a granny stitch. Cousin said C-section's the way to go. All I know is for sure, give me the drugs. My doctor laughs every time I see her because I'm going into this so chill about everything. That's so funny. Yeah, give me the drugs, man. I'm fine. I'm fine. Didn't know before that epidurals are gravity sensitive. I just stay laying on my back because if I rolled on the side, I could feel the pain on the side that was up. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. I guess that makes sense. Like, it's easier for the medication to distribute with gravity. I guess that's interesting. That's interesting. Push for 20 minutes and mine was out. See, there you go. It's interesting. That's nice. That's nice. But then I guess if you're I mean, hopefully, if you're so quick, like, is that even enough time to get an epidural? I guess maybe if you're pushing, I guess it depends on how fast you got there, when things started and things like that. I feel like chill is the way to go. Yeah. And I feel like that's what's interesting about pregnancy. It's like the most stressful thing your body can go through. And they're like, don't stress, not good for the baby. And you're like, My fancy keeps telling me not to watch too many videos because it's good to be naive about some things. That's insane, Chantel. That's insane. I'm mortified of the idea of using the bathroom while in active labor. Oh my gosh, yeah, like pooping yourself. I feel like that wouldn't bother me. I didn't realize how, I mean, there are just things that like you don't realize because you don't think about it. But then I saw videos of nurses being like, yeah, everyone poops themselves. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense. You're pushing. You know what I mean? Everything's coming out. You're pushing. But it's like, that just didn't occur to me because I didn't think about it. I got there in time for the epidural, but it only worked on my left side. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. You're like, cut this side of me off. Get rid of it. That was my daughter. My grandkids came out within 12 hours. Wow. That's nice. That's nice. And you're like, what the heck? Why couldn't that happen to me? 7 days? That's crazy. Same muscles are used, so what happens totally. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'm doing whatever. That's honestly the last thing you're thinking about. You're giving birth. Exactly. I'm like, get this thing. You're like, get this thing out of me. Get it all out. So funny. Oh, shoot. I was like, oh, I'm at the end of the row. It's crazy how much faster you go when you're not changing colors the whole time. Changing colors is tasteful. Every time I get to the end of the row and just twist my yarn around, like how I told you I do that. And remember the other time I was like, oh, am I going to get in trouble with the knit police? So now every time I get to the end of the row, I think about wee woo, wee woo. The thought of it now, spooky. That's fair. That's fair. The fact that the closest we came to childbirth we got to as kids was opening up a cabbage head to get a doll on the pregnant Midge Barbie doesn't prepare you for childbirth. So true. So true. That's so funny to read, but that's so true. Got to educate my fiance on what the afterbirth is, and he looked at me in horror. Thanked me for the information. So he did pay attention during that process. That's good to know. That's so funny. He's like, thank you for the information. I'm going to go sit in the corner. That's so funny. Trauma. Hashtag trauma. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to do like this row, and then I think I'm going to head out because we got to get some groceries and stuff for fishing tonight. And yeah, I got to take a picture of the next step in the pattern so that I know what's going on. Yeah, after this, beginning with round 1 and ending with round 13, work chart A. Boom. Easy. 13 rows, and then I'll be at the armpits, I suppose. It's the going to the bathroom after. Oh my God, that is like the scariest experience to me. I don't understand. My placenta fell on the floor. I'm so sorry, Bailey. I'm so sorry. That my immediate reaction was to laugh. But that's kind of funny. I'm sorry. My placenta fell on the floor. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like that's what I hear the most about is going to the bathroom after birth. That's what I always hear is the worst thing ever. My placenta fell on the floor. I'm so sorry, Bailey. Have fun fishing. Thank you. I'm excited about it. I don't know if I'll actually be fishing, but I mean, I probably will. I don't know. Who knows? It's mostly like the fishing is secondary to the just hanging out with friends. We're going to bring some food, you know, have a little picnic. Just hang out, enjoy the nice weather. Semi-jelly, you're going fishing because that actually sounds fun. I'm not a huge outdoorsy person. Oh my gosh, Chantal, you totally should. It's just relaxing, you know? It's relaxing. Because I feel like sometimes we forget that, I don't know, sometimes I get so focused on outdoorsy things, being hiking and running and, you know, doing things like that, that I forget that you can just be outside. You can just sit and enjoy it, you know? That is like, the main way I do that is I usually just go to the park with the dog, and you're still outside, you're still enjoying it. You don't have to do some crazy outdoor activity. Just sit by the river. And y'all know I will be looking at rocks tonight at the river, y'all know. I'll post pictures in the Discords of my faves. Are you using fresh worms or the jelly bait one? We're doing fly fishing, so they're using the I don't know how fly fishing works. Does fly fishing use worms, or is it just the... Okay, I I was like, I don't know if fly fishing uses worms or like bait besides the flies they have. Anyway, yeah. It's okay to laugh hysterically thinking about the sound it made, the squish. I can imagine the squish. That's so funny. I had to frog both squares because I don't have enough white. Don't want to go to Hobby Lobby tonight trying to get it done before I see her tomorrow at church. Oh no, I'm sorry about that. I hate that when you've like planned it perfectly, you know, to give it to someone and then your plans get ruined by running out of yarn. It's just the worst. Just the worst. All right, we're halfway. Uses caster flies. Yeah, that's why I was asking my partner. I was like, oh, how does it work? And he said, no, it just uses the flies. It was interesting going into the, I'd never been into a fly fishing store before, and it was interesting to get the lowdown from the guy in there about how it all works. It was also interesting to me that they just had all the flies like loose in bins. I was like, these all have hooks on them. Is no one gonna get hurt just reaching in there and grabbing them? Just remember the relief of the stop of control. Oh my gosh, I bet that relief is like no other. No other. Having a good attitude about things like that makes the situation better. So true. I feel like the thing that I would try to keep in mind if I was pregnant is just that, you know, things aren't gonna go to plan, and it's okay. You know, like your placenta dropping on the floor. It's okay. If we're healthy, you know, that's good. His sister's husband's a fishing YouTuber. He has so much fishing gear. Oh my gosh, I bet. It's crazy. You don't realize that, I don't know, I feel like every time I investigate a new hobby, whether it's me or someone I know, you don't realize how much gear is involved in everything, you know? Like, we don't really go camping or stuff like that because there's so much gear required and we don't have any of it and it's all expensive, or, you know, cycling or fly fishing or any kind of fishing, you know what I mean? Just so much gear, like crochet and knitting, you know, you don't realize how much gear is required, and you're like, what? I need all this shit. Ah! Drop my stitch. Mayday, mayday. Drop my stitch. There we go. I should take advantage of it and go fishing sometime. Oh my gosh. You so should. That'd be so fun. We need to remember to bring bug spray. What we need to do. I'm mostly excited about the sitting food aspect. I'm going to bring my book. Favorite fishing video is that one with the mom recording her husband and 3 little kids on the boat, and her daughter looks horrified and the fish jumps out of the water and slaps her in the face. I love that one. And then she almost like falls out of the boat. That video is so funny. I mean, that video is probably, yeah, top 5 internet videos. Like, just the screaming kid getting hit by the fish is just perfect. I die laughing every time because the mom screams. It's so funny. And just, I don't know, again, whenever funny things happen to kids who are like throwing a tantrum, it just makes me laugh. And I know that's probably bad to say, but like maybe the kid probably was like rightfully upset about something, but it just makes me laugh. It's just funny. Don't forget to bring some chocolate. Oh my gosh, you're so right. Are you bringing your knitting? I will. I think I'll bring this. And then maybe I'll bring some pink yarn to do the other side of the pillow. Maybe that's what I'll do. And then my book. And then food. Okay, guys. I finished my row. I'm getting hungry, too. I finished my row. I'm going to head out. We're getting close. Like, that's why I guess only 13 rows until the armpits. Like, we're getting close to armpit range. 13 rows exactly close to armpit range. But yeah, I'm going to head out to go fishing. Yeah, that's all. I don't know when I would like to do a live tomorrow. I can't promise anything, but I would like to do something tomorrow. But yeah, good progress today, people. We finished, kind of. We ran out of yarn for our pink panel. We worked on this a little bit. It was good. it was good. So yeah, I'm gonna head out. I hope everyone has a good Saturday night. Have fun or relax or do whatever you need to do. And yeah, I'll be back at some point, not sure when. But in the meantime, I hope y'all make good progress on your projects. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. See y'all next time. Bye. Yes, I will be bringing sunscreen. Okay, bye.